My point is get fitter so you can carry less.
Yeah.
Literally, both your own personal weight and also the weights you have to use for scuba diving.
Yeah.
So it really helps. Welcome to FatFitFam, Singapore's realest fitness podcast. I'm Dan and we're back with Charmaine. And today we're talking about scuba diving for fitness or fitness for scuba diving, vice versa. Alright. So Sham, we both are scuba divers. Yeah, I think it's been a long time coming because you dive a lot more than me, and I kind of started not too recent, but like 2 years ago. But you went on like 70 or 80 overdives now at this point?
I think it's close to 80.
Close
around
to 80.
there.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I think you're going to hit 100 very soon, probably by next year, right? And I'm trying to push to dive as much as I can as well. So that's something me and Charmaine share in common. We dived together before, I think only twice, but we're going to go on another one soon. To the viewers also, fun fact that Jimmy is also a scuba diver, but he's a more recent scuba diver. He only got his license, I think, in like 2 months ago or something like that. In July, I think.
I feel like everybody is learning
water.
diving recently.
Is it true? Do you think your friends are
just
all...
like more and more friends who are picking up diving.
Which is great, right?
Yeah.
Because we both definitely recommend people to go scuba diving.
Yeah.
But,
so I hope you're watching this video.
Yeah, but not to be confused, actually, scuba diving is a real physical activity. Yes, it does take a little bit of fitness to do it. Not saying not everybody can do it. Everybody can do it for sure. But I think Charmaine can agree, I can also agree that there are some areas in the world where you dive, you need a certain level of physical fitness to not only dive that particular environment, but also to last, actually, I think, the duration of the dives that you're going there for.
Yeah, the more difficult the dives get and the more like challenging the environment,
For sure,
the deeper the dives go. Yeah.
So maybe let's just dive in to our...
Dive in.
Dive into our introduction to scuba diving. When did you start?
Okay.
And maybe how do you start? How are you so curious about it? Do you like go to an aquarium and you're like, oh, I want to dive one day? Or who inspired you? Yeah.
Wow, my favorite topic. Okay, I first started diving. I got my open water cert in December 2022.
Okay, pause. So for all those who didn't know, open water is the first level. Actually, there's a sub-level called Discover Scuba, where you don't have really a license, but you can go and scuba dive one time with a guide. But open water is the one where you can do it yourself, right? So open water is the first level. Okay.
Yeah.
So when did you
like
get
Discover,
open?
you can breathe with the oxygen tank and everything. Yeah. Just that the guide will be holding on to you.
Holding on to you, yeah. Okay.
Training wheels.
Yes, training wheels, yeah.
Okay. But yeah, for me, I picked it up December 2022 in Phuket. That was where I got my open water. And I wanted, actually it was a long time coming. Ever since COVID, like 2019, 2020.
I think you asked me so many times.
already wanted to do it. Yeah. Okay, but the very, very first time I was like, wow, I need to learn this, I need to do more of this, was when I went to snorkel in Tioman.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Who do you go with?
I went with my dad.
Okay.
Yeah. Then we were snorkeling, and then because they were like feeding the fishes, which is a bit sus, but they were feeding the fishes, and then all the fishes like came in front of my mask.
Right.
Then I was like, I just fell in love, like all the colors, everything was so beautiful.
Yeah.
And then I was like, this is not enough. Snorkeling is not enough.
Snorkeling is not enough, yeah.
More of this. Yeah. So that's where like the idea first came about. Then immediately I wanted to plan like a proper trip already to go get my open water.
Yeah.
So I wanted to do this trip to Malapascua, which is near Cebu.
Yeah.
In
the Philippines,
2019. But I had to cancel this one because my grandma was ill at the time.
I see.
So then I was really, really upset about it, by the way. Yeah, but it didn't work out. I had to cancel it.
Right.
Okay. Then after that, I wanted to plan a trip to go to Bali to make up for this, Malapascua one. The following year. But then COVID hit. flights were cancelled.
Right.
Then I had to cancel.
You had everything booked already?
Everything was booked.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah, to go to Bali. So then again delayed, and then the 2 years of COVID, and which then brought us
That
to
must
like.
be quite depressing.
It was really so upset.
It's already booked and then you cannot go.
Yeah. So many fails.
Right,
Yeah. So then finally, when borders open again, I think 2022 I was doing. I was working like part time then. I honestly I didn't have a lot of money to travel, so but I was like, I need to tick this off my bucket list. I need to like finally go achieve my dream.
Yeah. And the license is a lifetime anyway. So once you get it, you can just do it all the time.
Yeah. So finally, I made that trip to Phuket in 2022 to go get my open water. Yes.
And who do you go with, or just alone?
I went like sort of solo. But then after that, like my ex-boyfriend joined me for the trip.
But the scuba diving itself,
scuba diving itself was just solo,
yourself,
just myself. And I was with like a Vietnamese guy,
right,
and also a lady from India. 3 of us were getting certified together.
Right.
And that was fun. That was cool to meet people from around the world.
Do you think that scuba diving, or at least this start to scuba diving, was expensive? Do you think it's an expensive sport?
I think it's definitely an expensive sport, especially when you get a bit more like intermediate, when you want to like own your own gear, and gear requires maintenance also. So I think that's where the expensive part comes in, and then like traveling, like the cost of flights, especially if you go like to further areas, like if you go to like the Red Sea, or you go to Maldives, then it's going to cost a lot. But honestly, if you're willing, if you do have a budget, and if you're willing to maintain this hobby without breaking the bank, I think it's possible. You just have to be a bit more conservative about where you go with and manage your expectations.
So I have a friend or a colleague who also told me that actually we're very lucky to be Singaporeans, because actually Singapore, honestly, we are like a first world country in the middle of very amazing dive sites around us. So
the Coral Triangle or something.
I'm not sure
something
that
like
name,
that.
but
Southeast
I know,
Asia
Yeah, Southeast
I think
Asia.
they call it like the Coral Triangle.
Correct. So if you were to Google like top 10 dive sites, right? Actually, a lot of them are like in Malaysia, Indonesia,
in Southeast Asia,
Philippines, and whatever. And for us, actually, it's a cheap flight to get there. I've met some Caucasians on my dive trips, and they all say, it took them thousands of dollars to fly from London, for example, all the way to Singapore to layover to get to Malapascua, for example. But for us, it's like we don't have to spend that first leg of $1,000+.
So that's why I think a lot of those Caucasian divers will like come to Singapore like as a base, and then like fly all over Southeast Asia, then do like backpacking across Southeast Asia, and then Indo, Thailand, Malaysia, Philippines.
So when you did your open water, coming back to FatFitFam, right? Like, did you think that from everything, from the start to finish, right? Maybe for me, I'll just hint at it that I felt that carrying the tank for the first time was actually pretty damn heavy. And also there's a portion of scuba diving where you have to put on your weight belts. So all that gear combined, when I first stood up off the bench, I felt like I need to get stronger. Because it's very heavy. How do you feel?
Like literally I wrote in my notes, tank damn heavy, bro. It's really damn heavy. Like
I think there's actually different size of tanks actually. But generally, especially if you want to dive elsewhere, right? Sometimes they only have option one, which is the biggest one. So how do you feel?
Like especially for like my open water, right? Like my first time and all, like I got a shock. Like literally, I got a shock
to get on the bench.
Like I don't think I could even like stand up. But actually, like maybe it's also a psychological thing that because that thing is like a hunk of metal, like then you feel like it weighs you down. Maybe part of it's psychological also. But actually, I'm quite curious to like weigh like a fully filled tank. Like what is the actual weight? I just put like one piece. I don't know how.
I
how
think that's
much one piece is.
I think it's 1 kg lah. I think it's 2 pounds 1 kg. Just to keep yourself a bit negatively buoyant. Oh, interesting. I also only use one now. I used to meddle with it a lot. So
actually, you shouldn't need too much weight. Especially if you are you're not that heavy and you don't have too much fat.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. So I think that's the thing that changed for me. So I took my license open water in 2 years ago. So interestingly, I did it in the Oceanarium in Singapore, in Resorts World. So the reason for that was because my wife was pregnant at that time. I didn't want to risk going overseas and have all that maybe issues overseas. Touch wood, things go wrong. I go to a hospital overseas. Should be very difficult lah. And at the same time, I could come home every day and help her if I just did it there. So if you didn't know, you can go to the Singapore Resorts World Sentosa website and actually have your open water done there.
And he saw all the things that I didn't see in one day.
So it's a cheat code lah. So visibility is forever. It's very clean. You can see your manta ray, sharks and everything. So I did everything at the start lah, which kind of like spoils it for me because everything else that I've gone after is a bit pale in comparison.
Hammerheads on your first time. Like what?
It's a bit expensive, but for me, because at that time you don't have. I didn't have to pay for flight, right? And I'm going home to sleep, so you save on that cost. But anyway, back to my point of when I was there, the way that we entered the water was actually to go down a flight of stairs. And then you have a giant leap into
so you didn't descend down?
We didn't descend down, So it was steel steps. So to carry the tank and your weight belt down that is very difficult. And my knees were feeling it, my thighs were feeling it. And like I said, there's supposed to be a level of fitness to it.
I think when I really felt the weight of the tank on my back, I think it was at one of the shore dives that I did, in Tulam Bend, because the tank is on the shore, right? Then we have to get down first, or we just carry it up, like then backpack it. I don't know, but then then carrying that, and then we have to go into the walk
maybe
into
20 meters or something.
And then the waves are like pushing against you. Then that one you really need some core strength. To maintain your balance with the weight on your back.
I wanted to go back to when I was doing my open water, right? So 2 years ago, from videos that you guys see on FatFitFam, I was pretty fat that time. So when you're fatter, actually you have more fat, you will float. So when you float,
you're more buoyant.
So you need to add more weight to your weight belt. So I think at that point I was using 3 or 4 weights. So to sink, which then adds to the weight that I have to carry down the stairs. But now I only use 1. So my point is get fitter so you can carry less. Literally, both your own personal weight and also the weights you have to use for scuba diving. So it really helps. And another thing is the equipment, which you touched on. So I bought my own buoyancy control device, my own BC, and the BC actually is under dive right now. They have the lumbar support and everything. So when I carry tanks now, it feels a lot more comfortable. It feels a lot more distributed. So when I'm walking on the boat or whatever, actually I feel better than with the ones that you rent. So, but again, it's an expensive investment. So it's really up to you.
But I think a lot of it is also like back strength and core strength, stability. So actually I'm quite grateful that along the way my fitness kind of changed. Like I started doing more deadlifts, back exercises, and I think that really my RDLs that really helps me in diving. Like when I'm carrying the tank especially, and then if let's say we're on the boat, or let's say we're on the shore, and then the currents are very strong, the boat is rocky, then you could easily fall, but you have to really keep your balance. And
I think subconsciously also, as you go to the gym, you learn a proper technique and form. For example, your RDLs, your Romanian deadlifts, to kind of lock out your back and make sure it doesn't round when you lift up things. I think when you go on the boat and you do scuba diving, I think it naturally translates, right? So when you carrying your backpack or whatever, you realize that you naturally not round your back and you naturally keep your body straight. So you are more safe lah. Which I don't think not a lot of divers who don't go to the gym or whatever might know, because this is not taught to you actually how to carry the tank properly, etc.
Actually the instructors don't really touch on the physical fitness part of it. I realized.
They only focus on the safety parts and the
safety,
the technicalities, but never really about the fitness. Which is what this episode was about. Which is what I really want to talk about. So so there's this thing called shore dives where you literally pick up the tank and walk into the water. there's boat dives, which I think are the more general ones that we go to. So where the tanks are on the boat, when you get to your dive site, you have to pick it up and then you should go into the water. So yeah, any other ones? I don't think so. I mean, there is, but not that we usually go to. Usually it's boat.
I guess like as in underwater, there are different types also.
Correct, yeah.
Like you have your wreck dives,
Yeah.
or you could have maybe like maybe caves. I mean, I haven't done that. Requires like a certain like advanced level
Yeah.
because you need to have very good air consumption
Correct.
and buoyancy.
And perfect buoyancy also, yeah.
Because narrow
Make sure
passageways.
yes, doesn't get snagged and all that.
Yeah, but I think currently at my level, I have been doing a little bit more of like swim throughs and then smaller wrecks and things like that.
Right.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
okay, so now we talk about above water,
Yeah.
which is the lifting part of everything. Okay, generally, from what I've been through, during your maybe open water and advanced water, you have to set up your own things. But when you go to leisure and fun dives, they usually set up for you lah. So maybe I would say it's not as physical as during your lessons time.
Actually, it depends on like which country you
Correct,
go
yeah,
to.
so, touch on
some
that,
places like for example, Gili Tea in like Indo, they don't set up for you at all.
Right.
Yeah, like from everything, like from choosing which BC, you know, the sizing and all that kind of thing.
They just ask you to
Like on the even before you are on the boat, they want you to check the tank, check the equipment.
Right.
Yeah, then test it. Then you go onto the boat. Then on the boat also you just set up everything on your own.
Right. But yeah, so my point is there are some places or some other places, different things, but there is a certain physical requirement lah for you to last for these things.
Yeah.
I would say.
The setting up part can be quite tiring.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. And disassembling also.
It's a lot. It's a lot of gear, and then the gear is heavy also.
That's right.
Yeah.
So for me, I recently went diving in Sabah, and I had my own BC, right? So I wash my BC every night. And to wash that BC, and then you gotta bring out, and then you gotta shake. Okay, what you need to do is you need to disassemble. You need to take out your BC and then bring your BC to the water tank and then rinse it, then put water inside the BC. So now it's full of water and then you gotta shake it about. So this requires a lot of physical strength. And it's at the end of the day where I'm super freaking tired already. And then I'm washing it and then I have to pour it out and then I have to dry it. So this extra work lah.
Yeah, and then all the little things also, like your boots.
Correct. Your wetsuit also.
Your goggles.
When your wetsuit is wet
your mask.
and you need to wring it. Oh my god.
Yeah, every small little like trinket. Because like, you don't want all the salt to be trapped in all the crevices, right? You want to like really wash it thoroughly.
To really wash it,
Yeah.
So so that's on land physical activity. Okay, so now let's dive into the underwater physical activity.
Yeah.
So now imagine now we're underwater, right? So I think you've been through a few and I've been through a few. So what's the strongest current that you've ever felt?
It was at Komodo. I think the dive site was called like Cauldron or like.
Oh really? Yeah.
Or
they
like,
really mixing it about.
Yeah. Or like there's one called Shotgun. Quite famous one lah. I think those who went to Komodo will know. Yeah, because it was like I think it was Cauldron. The topography is something like there is like a rock like that, right? And then it goes down.
Yeah.
So then like we had to meet at this rock here before we go down into there.
Right.
Yeah. But then the current like coming here, so it's like and it was very fast. So it pushes you like this way.
Right.
Yeah. So that's why they wanted us to like come here first to hook on the reef, then we go down together. Yeah. The current was so strong, right? That one I almost missed this, you know. I went like flipping like this, right?
Okay.
Yeah. I flipped and then my dive master had to grab me back and then like flip me back and then hook. Yeah.
Interesting, yeah.
But
so,
quite fun.
So I had a first encounter of strong current in Tioman actually.
In
July.
Your first dive, right?
I think it was the first dive of the trip. So we had really bad, I wouldn't say bad current, it was just the currents. Okay, currents can be in multi-level, right?
Yeah.
So there can be a current here and no current here. So my dive master was lower and he had no current. And then we were trying to get to him, but then the current was pushing us. And then I was just paddling and finning lah. We call it finning, right? So there's generally two ways of moving when you're underwater. I don't know which one you do, but for me, I usually do frog style. Which is where, it's more relaxing. You do one big push and then you glide
More
forward.
efficient.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's more efficient, less energy consuming, and less air consumption also. But when you hit current, you gotta switch to the finning because you need to keep fighting the current until you get out of it. Generally,
like
you're
the
not
quads.
supposed to fight the current. You're supposed to go with the current, but sometimes you're separated from your body, etc. You really need to fight it to stay together lah. Safety is in the end still most important. So yeah, I was finning, and I can really feel it in my thighs. I can really feel it in my calves as well. Yeah, and there are a few dives, or rather, usually when we go diving, we go like 3-5 days. So I do have those days where maybe the 4th, 5th day when my calf starts to cramp because it just accumulated lactic acid over the few days, right?
Right.
Yeah, and you can stretch underwater. They actually do teach you this, how to stretch your calf. You hold your fin and pull it.
Okay. You can feel the stretch.
I can. Yeah. I felt okay. But the thing about it is you need to have perfect buoyancy control. Because you need to hover while you do it. Yeah, so I think that takes a bit of finesse.
So you relax your calf, but your core is like, ugh.
Yeah, I'm relaxing my calves, I'm pulling it, but I have to like control my breathing so that I stay right in the middle and not like crash down or yeah, so I clearly remember some days where I thought to myself, okay, I need to drink more isotonic. So I remember when I went up for my surface intervals, I went to get 100 plus or whatsoever just to replenish my body and be ready for the next dive.
Spam fruits after the dives.
Yeah. So let's dive into that again. So do you think your food intake changes when you're on a dive trip?
Yeah.
Do you eat a lot more carbs or something just to prepare for the physical activity?
Just eat a lot more of everything.
You just eat a lot more of everything. Okay, fair
I
enough.
get so hungry. Yeah.
So in my recent dive trip when I went to Sabah, right, I actually ate the way I normally eat, which is no carbs. And I eat more protein and fruits.
Okay.
But it didn't work, obviously, because I cramped up.
Oh, okay.
So maybe my point is nutrition matters.
Eat more carbs.
You do need to eat more, actually, to prepare for physical activity. So actually, if you guys didn't know, I did ChatGPT this previously. I don't know.
Yeah.
So back to it, right? What I see from the numbers here, 400 to 500 kilocalories per hour. It's about having a good walk, actually.
Yeah.
So when you have a good, in previous episode, I always talk about walking is the best way to lose fat, which is when you walk on a treadmill at a slight incline for 4.5 kilometers per hour to 5 kilometers per hour. You burn actually about almost the same, 500. Yeah.
Okay.
So actually, when you scuba dive, and I think we would scuba dive generally 3 to 4 times a day for on general days lah. So 3 to 4, that's about 3 to 4 hours of walking, which is actually very good. That will clock in to about at least 10,000 steps a day.
Oh, okay.
So it's actually very healthy, and as you mentioned, scuba diving actually maybe less on arms and upper body, but definitely core and lower body. It's really good workout. And on top of that, I think the breathing also. So you need to breathe to control your buoyancy, and also use less air so you can last longer underwater. So to control that is something that can be related to when you're above ground. So when you run and whatsoever.
On that note of breathing, right? Actually I found like scuba make me more aware of like how I'm using my breath. I think at the beginning, as I was starting, I was breathing very inefficiently. Like I would take quicker and shorter breaths. But I have through the process, I have learned to like slow down my breathing, take longer breaths. And then I realized that actually had a very good effect on my mental also. Like I feel more relaxed.
For sure.
Taking slower, longer breaths. Very interesting.
So I think that's something for me, I think I mentioned to you before, is the weakest skill for me underwater lah. I tend to take a lot of, I tend to finish my air consumption a lot earlier than everybody else. So I tend to surface with the least amount of air. I mean, you're gonna see it. We're gonna go diving next month, so you're gonna see that my air consumption is quite bad. But I do want to work on it. I had I had one drift dive in not drift lah, but just very chill dive in Sabah, and I went up with like 100 bar because in 45 minutes because really it was so calm and so relaxing. So I think I want to keep in that space for the next dives that I do. So just to share with you also, so I went to Sipadan in Sabah, which is one of really the top dive sites in the world. And my dive master, shout out to Mail, he told us that in Sipadan you have to swim really fast to catch the really fast things. Because the things are very rare. So things like hammerheads, things like whale sharks. We didn't see these two things, but we saw like the school of barracuda.
Nice.
We also saw the school of jackfish and can't remember what else, but those were the highlights lah. And we saw sharks, but individual sharks.
What kind of sharks?
There was a grey reef shark and can't remember what's the name of the other one. Yeah, but the grey reef one was really very nice. So sharks actually move very fast. So for you to see them, you actually have to chase them a little bit. Where if they're further away and going away from you and you want to see them, you gotta fin pretty fast. So that's what we were doing in Sipadan, and I felt really very tired after those dives. And that's my point lah. So if you do want to see the more special things, right? You do need a bit of speed.
You do.
To catch it. Sure, you can find the smaller things like octopus or whatever that don't move super fast, but these like sharks and whatnot, you need some speed.
Actually, I wanted to make a trip to Japan. I think it's like Shizuoka. They're known for like hammerheads. I was talking to the guy at ADEX. Then he said that also because they are quite far out, right? And then we have to chase after them.
Yes, correct.
And you have to catch the timing, and then there are currents to be aware of also.
Correct.
So it's like if you don't fin, then the current will sweep you away.
Exactly.
So you really have to like once you see them, right? Okay, then
you gotta
go.
Yes.
You gotta go for it.
So my dive master gave us no chance lah. He basically, the moment he sees it, he straight away descends, asks us to descend, and then he will go. And I don't know about you, but the dive masters I meet, right, they are super fast underwater. I mean, it's their life, right? They do it all the time. But he was like, I was feeling the fastest I ever could, and he's still gaining, gaining. And me and my group were like struggling to keep up with him. And our air consumption was just, like bursting and bursting. We were just blown up and just using all our air just to catch up with him. But at the end of the day, we got what we wanted. We saw the school of barracuda. So we were pretty happy about it. Okay, so back to the fitness part of it. So now we are underwater, we know finning, and we know the frog star and whatnot to swim underwater. What do you think are some good exercises above water in the gym maybe to help with such diving activities?
Underwater?
No, as in like in the gym that can help you underwater. So I think we mentioned Romanian deadlifts. I think that's one good one. Any other ones that you think that will help you?
Rows maybe.
Rows, yeah. Why so?
I think just having a strong back. You need to get your strong back, your upper
rows.
back, your lower back. Lower back the deadlifts, then upper back the rows. Squats. I think being flexible is very important.
True.
In scuba,
especially when you mentioned about wreck dives and whatnot, right? Where you need to be a bit more smaller is the word.
Smaller.
You need to be as small as you can to navigate around the places. So being flexible really helps.
And then I mean on land also on the boat, like if let's say like there are a lot of divers on the boat, then you gotta like maneuver your way around the boat, and then you gotta like grab things here and there. You gotta be quick. You have to be very agile and like.
I agree. I think one thing I want to add is the cardiovascularity of it because like I mentioned about finning or whatever, it's very similar to running. So Jimmy mentioned this, but the strongest muscle in your body is your heart actually. So you need to train your heart. So to do that, it's your runs. Things like your intervals training and your steady state run training. So things like your casual 5 to 10k at slow pace, but also intervals at sprint pace. So I think these really will help you underwater.
Agree. Like endurance is very important, especially when you're doing like multiple dives.
Exactly.
A day. A trip, because like I mean you can last one dive, two dives, but then like it really gets to you after a while. Like after 5-6 dives, you will feel it. You really feel it.
Correct.
So to keep lasting throughout until like the 9 or 10 or 11 dive.
So I went to Sabah for 5 days, I think, and the total number of dives we recorded, I think, was 15, 1-5.
Oh.
Yeah. So
How
that
many a
was
day? Like 3, 4?
3 to 4. Yeah. I think 4 generally every day. Only the first day we did 3, but every other day it was 4. And it was extremely like you were. I remember at the very last day, I was telling my dive buddy with me. I was like, I think I'm done. Like after today, right? I don't want to dive anymore. I love diving, but the physical stress, the physical toll it takes on your body.
Yeah,
I
and
was
it
just
doesn't seem like it, right, when you're underwater.
Exactly. Yeah. But it's the accumulated fatigue over the days, and really on the last day, I was just like, I think this is it, bro. Like I'm done. Like after this dive, I'm done. Let's just go back. I want to rest. And not dive for a bit. Yeah. So I think you're right. I think on top of the for traveling also, if you guys didn't know, so for divers you have to stay on land. You cannot fly on an aeroplane for about a day after. There's certain exact number of hours you will learn it if you take the course.
Actually, even the traveling itself to the dive destinations also does take a toll because certain more like especially when you want to level up to the nicer the locations, you know, with like more diverse marine life, then usually those are the more remote locations. So that's like a lot of changes, flight changes, boat changes, long bus rides, long car rides.
Correct.
That will take a toll also.
I think my recent trip to Sabah, I was struggling with sleep because I've seen on this podcast before, but sleep is actually very important for your fitness. You should get 7 to 8 hours every day. But during my dive trip, I had no choice. I had to sleep 4 hours because the next flight was this timing. And then I was trying to catch sleep in the buses, in the vans. And you're completely right. The more remote these dive sites are, actually they are more beautiful. But it's really the traveling is really
pain in the ass.
It's really difficult. So but it's quite worth it lah. Essentially, end of the day.
I mean, you can always kind of like pace out your dives also, but as in, I think why divers commonly like spend like maybe like 12 dives or more per trip is because like you already like put in so much effort to travel there, then like, you know, people just want to milk it. But actually I feel personally like after trying, you know, a few times of doing that, like I am actually happy to pace out my dives. Right. So that I have time to recover. And so that I don't at the end of the trip feel like I want to quit diving.
Fair enough. So I was almost there because I was just absolutely physically fatigued. But so far I've been having a blast, and I think, or at least I want to keep going, even in my certifications, to do more and more with scuba, and then see how it goes.
So he wants to become an instructor.
Yes, I do actually want to become an instructor. So we'll see. To conclude, scuba diving is not easy. Anybody can start it, but you do need to work on your fitness, and we've given you some tips on how to get better and fitness-wise for it, nutrition-wise for it. And I hope those of you who are thinking about doing it, don't be put off by the fitness part of it. Go and try first. And then hopefully you'll fall in love with it, and then fitness will come naturally with it.
If not, there's always snorkeling.
There's always snorkeling. So any last things to say? I think I think it's our favorite topic to always talk about.
I think there could be many episodes, but maybe for today.
For today, focusing on the fitness part of it at least. This is it. Okay, so make sure to subscribe to the podcast, share with your friends, and comment what else you want to hear from us or for future episodes. Okay. Make sure. Do you know the tagline?
No.
Okay. All you gotta say is run fast. Okay.
Run fast.
Okay, but I say first. Okay. So remember to eat well,
run fast,
and lift heavy. All right. See you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye.
Bye.